While traveling the southern savage divide of Appalachia, we noticed that the invisible barricades that used to prevent us from traveling further have vanished. We also notice on our Pip-Boy some new icons start popping up. As we continue to go south, get stuck on a rock in geometry, we find ourselves in the Skyline Valley region. You can find a little trail and go ahead and get on it. We'll see a dead hiker. And we can learn about one of the new types of creatures that are going to exist. The turkey. Well, West Virginia is known for turkeys. So I welcome this new little creature. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see one on our travels. As we continue walking, we get closer and closer to that building icon. You can see that there was a couple out here when the bombs dropped. A little odd considering it was early in the morning, barbecuing. And here is our first new building in this new region. The Shenandoah Visitor Center. And the clouds get very, very red. But we're not going to worry about that. We're at the Shenandoah National Park. Huh. Guess he was trying to get out in a hurry. Well, let's go ahead and head towards the main gate, where we can see a couple of radroaches. With them out of the way, we can look around at the center. We see a little statue pointing off that direction. There's no plaque or any information on this statue, and the light seems to have gone out. We'll light him up. But now I'm a bit curious. What is he pointing at? That building over there looks like a good bet. Let's go ahead and head over there. Working our way closer, we see a very big radroach. As well as two more, and we get hit with a quake. There are the restrooms. He fixed the green hue of the light. And there we go. Somehow this roach opened a door and vanished. Where are you? Yeah. Well, the roach opened this door. Let's see why this door matters. In the toilet paper bin, we can find a random magazine. I happen to get Waste Lad with a free holotape game inside. It costs $40. Taking it does not seem to have given me the Waste Lad game. Oh, it did. Okay, it did inform me of that. We'll go ahead and get some first aid, but also there seems to be a note inside. Bee's diary page. number 1. October 18th, 2077. First day on the job, and I'm left with the last guy's mess. The park is in such disrepair, I've really got my work cut out for me. It's going to take me the whole year, no, maybe longer, to get everything up to standard. Don't get me started with the steel jack statues. They're first on my list of work. I wonder what they're always pointing at. Whilst leaving my room this morning, I noticed an interesting trail off the side of the slumber mill to explore. I think I might have to sneak off tomorrow and see where it leads. Where these statues are pointing. So this appears to be a Shenandoah figure of some kind, public figure maybe, named Steel Jack. And he is pointing towards something. I guess I'm going to give you a little spoily here. Jack is pointing at where we're going to find our next notes. This is an unmarked quest scavenger hunt in a way, left behind by Bee, a park ranger maintenance worker here at the Shenandoah Visitor Center. And as Bee stated, they were going to a trail off the side of the slumber mill. I don't know where the slumber mill is as of yet on this character. But when I find it, we'll find our next statue, and then our next note. We decided to make our way west, and we come to the end of the road. Well, the literal end of the road. We're going to go ahead and go around that. Underneath this 25 miles per hour sign is a bunch of alcohol. But it's bottles we can't actually pick up. As we move forward, we find some more. A couple more. Keep making our way. We see another one. Go ahead and jump on up here. And then a little bit to the right is some blood. And another bottle. Yep. Right down there. I don't believe I have binoculars on me, do I? I do not. Bashed up against the rock is a skeleton. This has nothing to do with the quest I'm on, but I do love the environmental storytelling that takes place in these games. So I decided to include it. Wow, he hit this rock so hard that he snapped his head off and it rolled over to here. Huh. And unfortunately, due to the storm, it's permanently dark here. So I will be keeping my light on for quite a bit. But how interesting is that? Well, let's get back up the trail so we can continue looking for Bee's next note. I did say I love these scenes, so I will cover a few more during this trip. So, as we're continuing to head west, here is a trailer on the side of the road. Oddly enough, there's no truck to go with it. But if we keep heading west, we can see that the sign and all this stuff is knocked over, and down at the bottom, sure enough, is a dramatic sting to reveal a truck. Though I don't see a skeleton. So perhaps the person that was in it jumped out at the last second? Or they just forgot to put a brake on and that's why their truck came loose. We'll head on back up, where we will find a little, I don't know what you call these, but a little area where you park off to the side. There's a knocked over porta potty, where we can find a cooler and a sleeping axe. We'll go ahead and let it finish off its nap. Looks like someone was playing with a toy car over here on the railing, and we cannot pick this car up. It is part of the world. And we find one of the only vehicles that has something tagged on it where the license plate should be. Someone put freedom and liberty on their truck. There were 2 people here at one time. It might be safe to say, based on this person drinking alcohol, the same alcohol, that the person who fell off the cliff was part of this group, and they have a pre-war flag in the window of their truck. We'll go, oh, they have 2 pre-war flags. We'll go ahead and get back to what we're doing. Continuing west, we see a couple of more landmarks on our Pip-Boy, but we also see off in the distance a landmark with a statue on it. That must mean we are close to our next note from Bee. Ignore that blood, that was my blood. But if we check out this exploded Jeep, there appears to be a skeleton that was in the back seat and a bunch of alcohol. Yep, and as we expand a little more, we can find the driver that was flung forward and the passenger that was flung forward. So it's safe to say they were all completely trashed when they crashed the Jeep. Let's go ahead and make our way over to this little alcove. Not alcove. Survey spot based on this sign here. Here is another truck. Nothing of importance really here. Seems to be a ladder and construction equipment. Oh, we got a couple of bikes. One missing a tire. There's a tent over here. A box, fire. More people that were drinking beer. I'm a little wary because I know there's supposed to be 3 Guai here, but they seemed to have not spawned in. Or other players have killed them. So yeah, when you come here to this spot, this unmarked location right here, typically 3 Guai will be here. So I'm being a little cautious because I don't want them to just randomly spawn in and attack me. But if we look at the little notice board here, we can see there's a Bowie knife stabbed into this poster about don't feed the bears, involving Mo, the mole, a little Pioneer Scout boy, and a bear eating some steak. Huh. I wonder if that'll be important at some time, some date in the future. Let's go check out the statue. So we have some surveyors here that were sitting and observing. Again, I'm going to go ahead and take these binoculars. All of the bombs fell at 9:35, 9:45 in the morning. I find it a little odd that so many people were out here, but I guess bird watching. The view's probably very breathtaking in the morning. It somewhat is if you ignore the storm. And people seem to be putting trinkets down here at this monument as if they believe Steel Jack is some kind of deity. Someone has placed a bobblehead. There's some random food and caps here. Go ahead and take that. Down those deviled eggs. Take that. And there is a shovel. Perhaps because he has a shovel himself, someone thought he would like a shovel. Before we follow the finger and see where he's pointing to, if you actually go out here and look over the side, you can see someone that fell off. It just says corpse. There's nothing on this corpse anytime that I've come here. But I just thought it was a little interesting, so I pointed it out. Oh! This is where the Guais keep their food, and apparently a tire. Yep, there's a hiker. So as you remember, one of the tires was missing a bike. One of the bikes is missing a tire. It would appear that the Guais liked it so much that they took it and added it to their stash. So yeah, Jack is pointing this way. What could Jack be pointing at? This rock? No. We already checked the bin. No. This rock? This rock? There's a gigantic stump here. Bigger than an average stump. And if we go near that stump, it's a hollow stump. Doesn't look too hollow, but it looks hollow enough. Where we find Bee's Diary, page 2. October 19th, 2077. During my little break today, I had a venture down the trail. I didn't have a lot of time before they noticed I had snuck off. Really got an earful about that. I came across a really cute tree stump with shrooms growing all over it. I had a little rest there before I got radioed back. I'll try and cover more ground tomorrow. And there's 40 caps inside. So we're already up 40 caps. And some dirty water that I don't want. So this is the only note that I can think of that makes no sense, but I'll get into that at the end. So now we're going to continue following until we get to our next note. As we make our way to the end, we see some Guai fighting a super mutant. What do I have to... Oh, this character is not well armed. I am probably in trouble. Unless I keep those bears' legs crippled. I see it's getting ready to get up. Done. So this area right here at the corner is a random encounter hotspot. It's actually assault encounters, so it'll be two groups fighting each other. I'm not going to spoil and give away a bunch of different random encounters, but if you're ever needing to farm up some assault encounters, this is a pretty decent spot to go because there's a fast travel point right next to it. We keep following the road and we see that we're surrounded by cliffs on either side. A bunch of wooden boards like doors or something, and some bikes and a skeleton and another bike. Ooh, and a lunch bell. Grilled radroach, no thanks. Bunch of bikes and a skeleton, and yep, if you look up, there appears to be a ramp. Easily put two and two together to realize these people, before the bombs fell, were trying to jump this ravine. It's not a ravine if it has a road in the middle of it. Try to make our way up there. Though it's easy to put in the detective work. Chances are there's alcohol involved. Yep. Blackwater brew. Well, don't mind if I do. You just have a seat. What do you know what? I'm not going to ask why you just have a seat. 2. There seems to be only 3 skeletons and 3 bikes, so nope. 4 bikes. Huh. Wonder where the other guy went. This character doesn't have a jetpack. You think I can make it over? I made it basically about as far as you did without a bike. Huh. Probably shouldn't have jumped off of that, because I think I need to be up there. I've made my way back up to the boys, or girls, or skeletons. If we go up past where their bodies were, I thought there was a path near where they were at. Oh, there was. I'm on the path. Yeah, so if we go up there, we'll reach a little rest and camp spot area. Also, if we follow this trail, we can see a sentry bot. That's because right here is another random encounter hotspot. I don't know the exact area of it, but it's in this general area. We can see the abandoned sentry bot. Nah, we won't get involved with it. You can, I believe, talk to it and it will follow you as a companion. Or, if you don't pass the speech check, it will attack you. We are going to make our way up this mountain trail. And hopefully find our next note from Bee. See some dead wolves. Possibly killed by the sentry bot. Bunch of trees knocked over. And yes, as I said, right up here is another Steel Jack statue. And actually, right here on this is 3 swipes and some information about Steel Jack. Can I read this? No. But they do mark Steel Jack as one word instead of being marked as 2 words. Also on the map are 3 dots. Are those significant? Trying to cross-reference them with my thing. My map. Well, Steeljack, as we know, follow the finger. That tree trunk. Okay. There's Ranger Stash. These have been added to the trees up here in Shenandoah. That's not good. We have a dead skeleton on the other side. Shenandoah. There is a tent here and a dead ranger. No telling what killed her. But here is the hollow stump where we have Bee's Diary page 3, as well as a disease cure, boiled water, and 2 wrenches. Thanks, Bee. October 20th, 2077. God damn, I really got chewed out for disappearing yesterday. Everyone's so stressed over... I just realized I have a fan on behind me. Sorry. Everyone's so stressed over the delivery of the new Jack Steel statue. I've told them 1,000 times, the boardwalk is too heavy to hold a 300-pound statue. Especially in a swamp of all places. I went back to my favorite trail to hide away from all the stress. Actually, I should probably just reread this now. Bee's Diary page 3. October 20th, 2077. God damn, I really got chewed out for disappearing yesterday. Everyone's so stressed over the delivery of the new Steeljack statue. I've told them 1,000 times, the boardwalk is too heavy to hold a 3,000-pound statue. Especially in a swamp of all places. I don't know why I read that like that. I went back to my favorite trail to hide away from all the stress. I ventured a little further today. I followed the old wooden fence until it reached a small rocky pass with a beautiful tree splitting the road. It was a peaceful place to have lunch. I'll try and go there again tomorrow. So it seems like the Rangers don't like the fact that Bee keeps ditching work to go wander the beautiful forests of the park. And it appears that the next... Oh, that's not it. The next note should be somewhere near a small rocky pass with a beautiful tree that splits the road. Well, time to go find it. And since the Rangers also help out the Pioneer Scouts, that's very fitting. Wow, the music just banging right now. Let's drop it a bit. But right here is a man surrounded by shotgun shells and a duffel bag that is currently empty. I'm going to switch to a different weapon so that I get that ammo type from containers. But other than that, nope, never mind. Not other than that, because up here, and there's another random encounter hotspot right up there on that hill. No, it's not. It's a... You can hear the ticking. It's an officer with a code for a nuke. But this is a very interesting... Oh, there's the other Guai. This is a very interesting scene, in my opinion. It seems to be a Jeep with a soldier that got shot, another soldier who is running out to this soldier with a med kit and also got shot, a third skeleton with a black suitcase whose head is completely gone, who was most likely the person being transported because there's no skeleton inside. The driver, no blood around the driver, but that might... No, that's Rust. The driver is also dead. And whoever was in this truck for this Jeep for this convoy is also not here. Nope, here's a woman skeleton. So this may have been... Oh, and her hands are behind her back. She may have been who was inside, being transported by this convoy. It's very interesting. It's right here on the map, if you do want to see it for yourself, because we need to move on. I traveled significantly down the road. You didn't miss out on much, just a bunch more random encounters, but they're ones we've already seen in this video, so no point in re-showing them. Plus, there's one right there. Again, as I've said, these roads are very packed full of random encounters. We're going to ignore it, because we're going to go up this trail here. Be aware, this trail is full of ants. Lots and lots of ants that are running. Don't run from me. Come here. I can't see it because it's in the bush. There we are. Does not seem to have noticed us. In this porta potty here is a corpse surrounded by 308 ammo and chems. I'll be taking those. And a sniper rifle. You heard me, didn't you? There you are. Cannot close this door, so I'm just gonna let him air out, I guess. And the other three are all empty. So if you look, this one's cut with 3 slashes instead of, or 4 slashes instead of 3. It's because Guai have 4 claws. There's our next ant. Come here. Oh, he jumped right on my face. He had the high ground. I have the fire. That board is not important. Let's go ahead and keep heading up the hill. See another ant over there already, and here's our next statue, being worshipped by the ants. Of course they are. Dead? Yeah. Okay, I got experience. You're dead. And we'll burn you. There was another ant. There you are. I don't need flares. Needs pictures of Spider-Man. We'll loot some more aid. See another fireproof can. Cooler. And right here, lying on this picnic blanket, eating some Fancy Lad snack cakes and who knows what else, are 2 skeletons that were embracing in the early mornings before the bombs fell. Well, let's go ahead and see what you're pointing at. That way. Well. Could be because this rock is a different color than the other rocks. But I think it's this rock right here. We'll get 3 stim packs, 3 Radaway, and some bubblegum. And we can read Bee's Diary, page 4. October 21st, 2077. Chief Pilker has his stooges, Haley and Matthews, keeping tabs on me. He said I should be spending all my time doing my job, and that the park is too dangerous to be just disappearing without letting anyone know. So I managed to lose the dopes. I continued along the path till I found a trail leading off to the right. I found an absolute gem, a rocky overview. I can even see the camp from here. With a little bit of fixing up, I can spend all my lunches resting here. Apparently, a mole rat found me while I was reading that. That is it for note 4, and we're good to move on to our next note and find our next statue. Should probably point out where this note was, right here. After getting the 4th note, we kind of realize that we're at a loss. We don't know where to go next. We've made it all the way from here to here to here to here to getting attacked by a dog on a bench. And the 4th one was here, and we don't know where to go next. How did he heal? But then if we remember, in one of our notes... Nope. In note 3, Bee mentions that they were hauling a 300-pound statue through the swamp. If we look at the map, nowhere looks like a swamp, but if we follow the road long enough, we end up here at an abandoned convoy. If we look out there, these trees remind me a lot of the Mire region, which is the swampy region. And yep, this looks very swampy to me. So we'll give this place a go. Let's go ahead and enter the swamp and get stuck in a hole. Follow this makeshift path here. Right here is actually another random encounter hotspot. Down there, be aware, is 2 Mirelurk Kings. They are guaranteed to spawn there. So if you are not of level to deal with them, don't get too close. And yes, right here, another plaque. Steeljack statue. And right there looks like there's some emergency construction signs. Yep. This is the pier. The one that Bee told them would not support a 3,000 pound statue. And it appears that Steeljack is pointing this direction, but most importantly, Steeljack is pointing upward. As the Pioneer Scouts say, ever upward. And if we walk this way, I don't know if you can see it yet. Up in that tree is a duffel bag. There we go. And in this duffel bag is 54 caps, some crispy squirrel bits, and Bee's diary page number 5. October 22nd, 2077. The Steeljack statue was installed today. What a disaster. How many times do I have to say a poorly built wooden walkway can only carry so much, and then plop, straight into the swamp water? I finished work early today, borrowed one of the Rangers' utility cars to transport some bits to fix up the trail leading to the overview to make it more comfortable. I've hidden a small trinket cache in a stump next to the resting area and marked it with an axe. I plan on hiding my past few diary entries around the park. Maybe it will inspire more adventurers to explore this place. So this was actually the first note that I found, oddly enough. And it's what told me that there was an unmarked quest that I needed to go on. It is right here on the map. It really took us very far away from where 4 was. Right down there. But now we know we need to find the resting area and a tree stump that has been marked with an axe to finally come to an end of Bee's quest. Now we need to figure out where to go next, and way back down here where we found number 4, which was right there, as we were making our way to number 5, we see this sign, Explore the Unknown with the Pioneer Scouts. Parking this way. Well, we know the Pioneer Scouts and the Rangers have a lot of connections if we've explored any of Appalachia and become a Pioneer Scout ourselves. So let's continue going this way. And what is that? We discover South River Bridge and a corpse that was hanging until the rope dropped. There's a big ol' smattering of blood. Oh, that's just a raider's thief. There appears to be a honey beast here. I will tell you every time I've come by, it has always been a honey beast. And I went ahead and crafted myself, for this character at least, a cold shoulder, because it is a necessity for characters who use shotguns. This bus, yep, ever upwards. This is a Pioneer Scouts bus. It says leave in red, painted on the side. We go inside, Pioneer Scouts of America, yep. This seems to be the honey beast's home. Yep, here's the bus driver. Oh, that's a lot of blood. Okay, that's why there's a lot of blood. When he crashed, that's not how trees work, but a limb broke through the glass and pierced through his chest. That must have traumatized those children. Oh, it's not attached. Okay. That makes a little more sense. Huh. We're gonna head upwards, because ever upwards, stop, listen, and look. Our Pioneer Scout training has told us that. So if we need to stop, listen, and look, we will stop, we will listen, and we will look. As we make our way up. Over here appears to be a Jeep. I don't believe there's anything of any importance with this Jeep. So forget it. Let's continue our hike up the trail. Now we have 2 paths. Let's go left first to see what we can stumble across. Oh, that don't look good. That's a Sheepsquatch. Well, it's a good thing we have our cold shoulder. Because we need it to kill cryptids. Hold on a second. If you notice, this Sheepsquatch is not legendary. All Sheepsquatches in the game are legendary, yet this one is not. And there's a reason for that. Okay. And that is, this is a guaranteed Sheepsquatch spawn now. I'll show you where it is once I take him out. Sheepsquatch originally only appeared in random encounters and events, but due to Bethesda adding daily challenges and weekly challenges that required you to kill or take a photo of a Sheepsquatch, a lot of players became upset. So they added a guaranteed Sheepsquatch location to the game. And they had to make it no longer guaranteed legendary, or else everyone would flock here and farm legendary items from killing the Sheepsquatch. So it's right here on the map, just south of South River Bridge, and the only way you would know this existed, other than watching this video, is if you do this unmarked quest. Or you explore, I guess. That's the other option. But we've reached the end of the left path? Nope, we can keep going further. Let's go back and take the right path. Wherever that was. This way. See more honey on the trees. We're confirmed that this is a good way to go. Do we have any more Nuka-Cola? We do not. Got a Quantum. Ahead and head on up, and as you can hear gunfight, this is another random encounter hotspot, another assault encounter hotspot. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, 2 cryptids in a row. Well, he's the worst thing, so we'll go ahead and help these Scorched out. Maybe not. No thanks. I do like the Ogua. I think it has a really great design. It's just a reskinned, oh no, it's downed me. It's just a reskinned, Mega Sloth. But it's really great. I've made my way back here. Let's go ahead and grab our junk. If you look in here, you can actually see there's these little funny nose glasses here. You can't pick them up or anything, but that's unique. That's never been in the game before. And over there is a little photo spot, and you can actually pose in it with Mo the Mole. He should be technically not aggressive to me anymore. Guess I'll find out. He is red, as you can clearly see. Yep, he is still aggressive. He seems to still be under the effects of my slow from the cold shoulder. He is very tanky, especially for this character who doesn't have what she needs to beat it, so I'm gonna cut it real quick. And there we go. That took a long time when you don't have the ammo for the gun you mainly use for a specific character. Alright. But as we can see, there it is. The stump with the axe in it. If we go next to it, we get 52 caps and Bee's diary page number 6. Congratulations! You found Captain Bee's treasure and this wonderful lookout. Claim your prize, and as always, keep adventuring. That was it. The prize was 56 caps. Considering this was a pre-war... Well, I guess it is a very beautiful place. You really look around and really enjoy how peaceful and serene this is. How great. What's that? Oh. Well, this is a Fallout game. There are no happy endings, are there? Maybe? In this trunk? No. Alright then. Guessing this is Bee. Bee's final note. Yep. The ground shook so hard, knocking me over, and as if my luck couldn't get any worse, the damn tree pinned my legs. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I should have listened to the chief. I hope someone finds me soon. I'm so hungry and cold. Yep. The chief told Bee not to go out. Not to explore alone. But Bee didn't listen. And now Bee lies here, trapped under this tree, but in their favorite spot with this amazing view. Very Skyrim-esque. I know a lot of people probably won't spend the time to do this little unmarked quest, because yes, there is no real reward for it. Your reward is adventuring and exploring and finding a Sheepsquatch and potentially an Ogua. Ogua? I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Ogua. But I really enjoyed it. I like these little unmarked adventure quests that don't have something very extravagant at the end, something insane. They just let you get out there and explore and enjoy the world. And they're one of the reasons why... Oh, it's for the black bear. They are one of the reasons why I really love Fallout 76. Because putting aside all the other nonsense, all the grindy stuff. It is a very, I guess not considering this, it is a very beautiful place. And as you've seen watching this, there's a lot you can discover by going off the path. To close it off, let's go get our reward. A photo with Mow the Mole. And no, this book isn't anything. I was actually kind of hoping this book was significant. It's not. Dinosaur footprints. Oh, I didn't see any dinosaur footprints. Oh, I keep forgetting this character doesn't have a jetpack. Well, I don't know what the dinosaur footprints are. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, ignore that glitch that just happened. And go get our photo with Mow the Mole. And say farewell to Bee. Oh, probably need to... Yep, just like the Brotherhood would want. Their knight errant to be getting their photo taken.